If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here. We are here. Thank you for joining us on the evening stream. We greatly appreciate it. It is Thursday, November 14th. Half the month is already almost over. Tomorrow's the 15th. Boy, I tell you that time fly by so fast, I guess, when you're having fun. Shout out to everybody. You know, definitely with this time change, it gets dark earlier. I wish we just stayed on daylight savings time. I'm telling you. I wish we did. I'd rather have more daylight. I hate when I have to drive home around 5-something and it's getting dark. God, I hate that. I'd rather have more daylight. But it is what it is, America and what they do, right? You know, some of these people, they can't get together to set one time, right? I'd rather be on the time the rest of the world's on. Most of the rest of the world don't do no daylight savings time. They don't do that. And if you know the history of that come from, back in the day, World War, was it II? I think it was II, right? They were trying to conserve, but it's way past that. That's why I'm a firm believer of getting rid of traditions. I'm a firm believer of just turning things upside down in a radical and fast way. I think one time I had one of the folks told me a long time ago that I was an accelerationist, and they were right. I am an accelerationist. I believe in that. But a lot of, let's say, folks in our community don't like no radical change. They don't like, no. They want it to be extremely slow, if no change. You have to understand, some black folks, believe it or not, are cool being at the bottom. If they don't have to deal with no racism, if they didn't have to deal with, there's no problems, they can just keep a job. And they don't even have to take vacations. If they can just keep a job, maybe if you let them get their drink on, they can party in BS, maybe if they legalize, marijuana or whatever, man, they cool. They don't want to do nothing else, right? But when you have people like myself and maybe some of you who's watching and say, no, that's not good enough for me. I want to take control of our community. We want to do for ourselves. We want to educate ourselves. We want to have what these other people got, right? That bothers some people. It really do in our community. So we're going to get to some of that tonight. As you see, the title at the bottom. And got to make y'all laugh about something, too, before we fully get started. But hold on, let me see something. He say still out here delivering the mail. Shout out to everyone. Oh, okay, H-Town mailman. Okay, if you're delivering the mail, well, shout out to you. Avoid them dogs at all costs. Avoid the dogs. All right, yeah, some people still got a slave chromosome. You're 100% right, and shout out to all people slowly coming on in. And tonight we're going to be looking at a video from a Dr. Rickey Jones. Something that he said that I really can agree with. We're going to talk about your homegirl, Joy Reid. We're going to talk about her tonight as well. And make y'all laugh about your girl AOC. Something she did today that everybody was tripping out about on X. All right, so make sure you hit that like button. If you're just coming in, it's free. It don't cost you anything to hit the like button. It helps spread things in the algorithm. All right. So let's go ahead on and knock out this. What we gonna do tonight? Let me see here. Let me think. You know what? Let's go ahead on and get him in tonight. I haven't done this one in a while, so let's go ahead and cue up Uncle Ruckus.
People say the key to fixing the problems is education, but I say education is not the answer. Why bother? And what do they do in college anyway? Oh, they go there, they party, get drunk for 4-5 years, and end up just as ignorant as when they came in. You ever seen these fraternities and sororities? You ever seen these things? Silliest ever seen in my life. You think Aristotle turned to Achilles and said, hey, let's create a fraternity and jump up and down barking like dogs? Hell no. White man out there getting Nobel Prizes and doing business deals in the fraternities. Jumping up and down with candy canes and doing all kinds of silly shit with their hands. I got something for a fraternity of bananas up a tree.
All right, that was Uncle Ruckus, ladies and gentlemen, and shout out to Uncle Ruckus. Yes, shout out to Uncle Ruckus. He's a fictional character, but hey, he ain't lying about something what they do at the college. And this is the thing, they go to the college, and they get in debt, and now they want the taxpayers to pay their debt. No, why should I have to pay your debt when you chose the wrong degree? You understand? Because when people talk about relationships, what they say, well, you chose the wrong woman. You chose the wrong man. Should have chose better. Well, choose a better degree. You got to pay that bill. Nobody told you behind go get a degree that if you get a job, it's a big if, you're getting paid $35,000 a year and you got a $150,000 bill with 17, 18, 20% interest. Why should I have to pay for it? Pay your own bill. That's why I was never for that student loan forgiveness crap. No, I don't have no college debt. Why should I have to pay for it? So that's how I feel about it. But anyway, let's go ahead on and get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead on and get started. All right. So the first thing before we get to one of the videos, let's hold on. Where is it? Hold on. I got to find it. Where is that? Did I bookmark that? Hold on. Give me a second. I gotta find your girl. I'll find it here. I just had it up. Did I get rid of it? What is this? Just give me a second. I thought I had it up. If not, I'll get to it. I know where it's at. I gotta show y'all your girl. There she go. All right, your girl. This is funny. So your girl, let me go up. Your girl AOC. Okay. So AOC here, this was her ex, right? Okay, cool. This is her ex page. All right. So you see she had the she her on there, you know, the pronouns, right? Okay, cool. Got your pronouns. She, her. Kamala Harris say, you know, she, her. And what everybody tripping on her today about is this. Look what AOC just done. She took away the she, her. She's not using her pronouns anymore. And now she's it just says personal account. She, her, right here, personal account. Now, AOC is one of the rank and file Democrats, okay? So if AOC is removing her pronouns, then that's kind of telling me that the DNC is saying, hey, man, we gonna have to kind of back off on all this pronoun stuff, all this, the trans stuff. We're gonna have to back off from that, or we're not gonna win no elections anymore. That's what that's telling me. So the Democrats is probably about to start backing off and seeing if they can try to halfway go back to the middle. It seems like they about to start shunning those extremely left-wing progressives so they can win some elections. And it wouldn't shock me some of them vote with the Republicans about immigration and some other things too, so they can win elections. You understand? She, her, and now personal account. Okay, AOC. All right. We got you. You know, we got you, AOC. No problem. Well, you know, hey, I don't believe in that mess either. I never, no. But yeah, because they're seeing that most of the electorate is rejecting that ideology, and we just want some just regular, you know, people. We don't want a career politician, and you know, people are running around talking about AOC. Listen, nobody's going to vote for AOC. I'm going to repeat that. Nobody's going to vote for that woman. Trust me. Kamala Harris would be better than her, and I'm just telling you straight up between the two. And I'm not saying much when I say Kamala Harris is better than her. You get what I'm saying? Like, Lord, no. Because I guess they was talking about her a little bit because, oh, she's not really a career politician. She is now. She is. All right, so that's that. Listen, yeah. AOC, she wanted to, like, I don't know nothing about that pronoun. I don't know what that is. Man, that was on my profile by mistake, you know. But their party broken up in 1,000 pieces. That's what y'all don't understand. They got to do something, because if they keep going the way they going, their party will be literally defunct. It will be dead. The party will be done. Okay, and you have some people still crashing out. You have some people having whole mental health breakdowns. And please go see your therapist. Please see them, because you do not need to be breaking down about a political anything. Okay, that's not healthy for you. Now, let's get to the video that one of the videos I wanted to show tonight. A Dr. Rickey Jones. Now, I want you to listen to what he has to say. And let's kind of expound on what Dr. Jones has to say here. So let's go ahead and cue this up.
Well, Dr. Jones, first off, I'm excited to have you here. And I asked you a question before the program started. I said, were you surprised by Tuesday's results? And your answer to me was surprising. What did you say?
No, I wasn't surprised at all.
No, you said something else.
I was happy.
Wow. So take it from there, Dr. Jones.
It's all you. And I was happy for different reasons than Trump supporters. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm not a Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. But I was happy because I understand the history of our people. I understand our current condition. Look, I think God has been trying to give black people a message.
Yeah.
And black people have refused to listen. God has sent black people messengers. Black people have refused to listen. If you talk about serious black intellectuals in this country, serious black thinkers, you know, I mean, serious black political scientists and historians and sociologists, serious black ministers, we've been telling black folk for years what's going on. But black people are hope addicts.
Ooh, say that again. Woo! That's a hashtag.
Wow, hope addicts. Black people are hope addicts. And as Toni Morrison said, a very real consequence of racism is it distracts you. Yeah. And black people are subject to distractions very easily. If Kamala Harris had won, and let me say this and it'll upset you, a person who, if you study, remember, I'm a political scientist, been studying politics every day of my life for almost 40 years now.
Wow.
If you look at the sister's record, there is no consistent commitment to black people. That's just the reality. And I know some folks, like when she went to Howard, she's an AKA, all of this stuff. There has been no consistent commitment to black people. There's certainly been political opportunism. There's been shifting of positions, all of these things. But that, and all the politicians do that, I understand that. So black people are also very prone to making excuses for black people who have not been committed to them. All that said, she certainly was better than the other person, the guy on the other side, because he's a madman. A committed white supremacist that's pretty much in the open, committed fascist, if you study what fascism is, all of these things. But my concern, I said it before the election, the greatest concern is not that you can make a viable comparison of Donald Trump to Adolf Hitler, Benito Mussolini, Mobutu, all of these people. It's very real that you can make a viable comparison of 21st century America to 20th century Germany right after World War I.
Wow.
So there's all this talk about what Donald Trump has done. This isn't about Donald Trump, right? Hitler didn't con the Germans. They supported him.
Whoa.
Donald Trump has not conned white America. They simply support him. And this was a brazen example, brazen proof to black folk that this is what America is. If Kamala Harris had won, you would have been subjected to more distractions. White supremacy would still exist. They still be coming at black people in myriad ways, but black people who are hope addicts, you would have did the same thing you did in 2008 when Barack Obama won. I saw black people in 2008, because Barack Obama won, black people say, oh, racism is dead. This proves we can do anything we want to do. We're now in a post-racial America. And the very next year, the Tea Party hit. The very next year, basically, neo-Ku Klux Klan ideology started to take hold in this country more and more openly. White people are becoming more aggressive. I have one constituency, one, black people. I was told at the University of Louisville, we can't let you be the diversity officer. The word is that you only care about black folk. This is true. It's not that I wish anybody else any harm, but I very openly care about my people because so few others do.
Wow.
All this black-brown coalition y'all been on, Hispanics have let you know with their votes. All this white women are on our side, they've let you know with their votes. All this is getting better, and I think white America is learning after 2020. They've let you know with their votes. So if you would have had Kamala Harris, black people would have had another excuse to not fight back because you would think things are getting better. So I know you're in pain right now, but you shouldn't be. You should be encouraged that we may be at a moment now where black people will finally unite, turn around, fight back.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to play that so you can hear it. Of course, some things, a lot of it I did agree with him on. Some things I don't even care about personally. But the one thing that he harped on, actually a couple of things that I really like that he pointed out, is that if Vice President Kamala Harris would have won the election, I already know what had happened. You would have a certain segment in our community, some, not all, so some sisters out here who were rebellious, they would have been sassy and they'd have been like, oh, you see, we won this and the third, so we had to deal with that. Then you would have had to deal with the rest of the black community looking like, oh, we have made it once again. Oh, we didn't have 2 black presidents in our lifetime. Oh, my God, America is really, really changing. And he's 2,000% correct, because when Barack Obama got elected, which is true, that's when people start saying post-racial America. And after they start saying post-racial America, because I remember all this, I was doing news and all that around that time. When you saying post-racial America, yet black Americans were suffering more extrajudicial killings at the hands of the police and any other white supremacists in America because of Barack Hussein Obama. We was really targeted. So many things happened. Why you think today the police even have body cameras? Because the black community got out there in the streets going toe to toe with them and say, hey, wait a minute. You doing all this stuff to people, you had a body cam on or somewhere that people watch what you're doing or see what you're doing. then you couldn't get away with certain things. And certain things they can't get away with now because of the fight of Black Americans, right? And they're bringing some real justice to us in the community, right? Some social justice in the community. You never had police to get prosecuted too much. It was Black Americans and their fight in the streets, making sure these police get prosecuted now. At one point in time, that was not happening. It ratcheted up very high during the presidency of Barack Hussein Obama. It did, because a lot of people went to sleep. They didn't say, okay, now it's time to make Obama do what's right. They just went to sleep and say, I'm cool, man. We got a Black president. This is how a lot of Black people felt in those 8 years. Now, some Black people kind of start waking up maybe around his second term. But in the beginning, they was like, oh, man, we cool. You know, Jeezy making the song, My President is Black, and everybody was all, singing what Jeezy was saying. Oh, Black people felt like they made it. And then while white America, definitely white supremacists, felt, man, we actually losing this country. Oh, no. And that's when they started realigning themselves, like you said, about the Tea Party. Yeah. And then they started really ratcheting up their racism even more. And no, they couldn't do nothing to Barack Obama, but they surely can go target Black people in their areas, Black people in their neighborhoods. They can do that. And so the racism increased heavily. So due to that racism increasing by Barack Obama, and the sad part is Barack Obama did not fight or did not do anything about it. He didn't do anything with an anti-Black hate crime bill. He's worried about Affordable Care Act. He's not worried about protecting Black people. But as it came out, Barack Obama felt like he transcends race, right? And we know when people talk like that, you transcending race. Why do you feel like you're transcending race? Well, it's kind of hard for him to be so hardcore against the folks when his mother is one of them. It's kind of hard. How you gonna be so fight the power? And not say he can help who his mama is, but she wasn't the type of white that's down like that. Let me say that much. I met a few in my lifetime that they'll tell you about their own community. And they're like, man, I want to be around them. I'll be around Black people. I don't even want to live around them. It's very rare you see a white person like that. And those white people are ostracized out the white community. And those are individuals. That's not the group. I'm pretty sure some of you have met some white people like that too in your life. But if his mama, obviously his mama wasn't like that, that's why the way he was, right? And he was reared underneath her. So how can he really stand on business for Black America and wasn't even raised with a Black father and see what Black men go through in America, right? And people like him and others, they will make excuses when them folks are being racist toward them. They make excuses. But you have to understand, that's really part of their blood. When they talking about part of their blood because of slavery in the background, we talking about, no, that's your direct bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So we really expected too much out of Barack Obama. And see, today, I don't think Barack Obama will get elected today because we'll pull receipts on him now. We look at the track record. We are very good at watching video now. We're very good at looking at things you didn't pass, you didn't say it. We got ChatGPT. We got all kind of things now. So this, you can't just lie anymore. You can't do that as a politician because you talking about fact checking. The real fact checkers are on social media. Forget them organizations like Snopes and all. No. The real fact checkers on social media. Just like just now we showed AOC talking about her pronouns and now she want to take it down. And if she act like she never had it up there or try to act like, just forget about it. Like, oh, no, AOC. This was you the whole time about your pronouns. You understand? See, they didn't have that when Barack Obama was running for president. Now we do. And this is why the Democrats want to rein in social media because it's too much truth and exposure going on social media, in which it's a great equalizer for the people, right? All right, cool. So a lot of Black people during that time period, we were going through it during Barack Obama, and he left us out there to just deal with it. He didn't do nothing. He could have. Even if he said, when he said that, oh, if I had a son, he like Trayvon, and Mitch McConnell and them didn't like it, he cowered down. It's like Mitch McConnell, them, all he had to do is say something to him at the time, and he just cowers down like he showed he weak. He showed he's weak. And I just couldn't believe that. Like, you the president of the United States, what you do? You cowering down to Mitch McConnell for? Who you supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't raised with an FBA family or FBA black men. He was not just raised that way. Because, well, you know how we raised. We ain't born that dude. Forget him. Like, I got some power now. I wish he would tell me something. You know how we are. I wish you would. Please do it. Please say something to me. I'm ready. We be looking for it, especially when we get some stroke. Oh, we looking for it. But he was not raised like the way a lot of us were raised. That's why we had the problems that we had with him. No advocacy, no nothing. So you take it to the folks, they still, feel like they losing the country. Then Trump comes in 2016, and they put up Hillary, right? But no, Hillary wasn't going to do it. They put up Hillary. She lost. Trump got in the first time. And then Trump himself didn't do any legislation, I say, to harm black people, because he didn't. But his followers felt that, I could really go in on black people. So a lot of people saw the racism really increase during the first Trump term. And I was loving it. Let me tell you why I loved it. You mean you love to increase racism? Yes. Let me tell you why. You ready? Let me tell you why. I loved it not because of the racist words or anything like that. No. During the first Trump presidency, a lot of us had to get on code. You couldn't fake the funk. You couldn't go to sleep. A lot of them folks were reminding you real quick what they thought about you. They were being real open about their anti-black racism. And that really scared a lot of people in Black America. Oh, that scared them. That scared them to the core. Because a lot of them don't want to really deal with what's really in this country. You have a lot of, you think the folks forgot about who they really are? A lot of them. I haven't forgotten. I know who they are. I've been known who they are. But some of you actually thought that some of them were different. They are their ancestors. Just as much as we say we are our ancestors, they are their ancestors. We are descendants of slaves. A lot of them are descendants of slave masters. They are their ancestors. I don't know why y'all forget that they have descendants too. We always talk about descendants of this, descendants of slaves, and they are descendants of plantation slaveholders. That's who they. So why do you think any of that has changed? And in the culture, anti-black racism is in the culture. No matter where they at in the world, I've seen it with my own two eyes. Anti-black racism is there. You look at it in America, how they act. Okay, you go to South Africa. You look at how some of them Boers act over there. They may be more of a minority, but they the same. No matter where they go. Of course, you go to European places, they homeland area. You can put them in Asia. You can put them wherever you want to put them. They're going to have some sort of anti-something towards somebody else. But I'm cool with it. I'm actually cool with it because I get them. Now, you got someone say, well, not all of us that way. I didn't say all of you were. But realistically, we got to deal with the truth. So now, a lot of black people, let's go toward the end of Trump's presidency, the first one. I never get this comment that this one dude left on my, at the time, Twitter account. And he said, this is when Biden was running the first time, right? And he said that I really want to go back. And Eric says, I'm white, 60, and love your class politics. Okay, thank you, Eric. Shout out to Eric. Okay, so it had a guy that said, I just want to get back to some regular racism. I don't like all this racism. It's scaring me. A whole grown man, black man saying it's scaring him. What are you scared of? Man, I'm been that type, like Captain America in the Avengers. I can do this all day. That's how I am. I can do it all day. And the deal is, when you that kind of person, most racists not going to bother with you because they see it on you. You ain't got to say a word like, nah, I ain't going to mess with him. I ain't going to mess with her. I already see if I mess with him or her, it's going to be a problem. They actually respect you. Do you know that? Like, people that don't like you, no matter what color they are, whatever, if they got some anti-black racism, they're not going to mess with you. If anything, they're going to respect you. They actually will. Okay, so now Biden gets elected. He gets elected. And then what happened? Y'all went right back to sleep. Y'all went right back to sleep. Soon as Biden got in office. And when he put Kamala up there with him, oh, that was just the icing on the cake. Y'all went right back to sleep. And while you went back to sleep, what was happening with the Democrats? The Democrats now, they say, okay, we want to capitalize on this Hispanic population. Biden told you that to the civil rights bootlicks, hey, y'all going to have to work more with the Hispanics because there's more of them in number than y'all. He said that. How did that happen? Because his plan was to flood the country with majority people from Latin America. So at this time, nobody was like, Biden talking crazy. At this time, a lot of black folks couldn't stand Trump. You mentioned Trump, so he a racist, he this, he that. Come on. I've been covering this stuff for a long time, okay? People hated Trump. Most of black people hate. You can tell a black person like voting for Trump, man, hell no. What's wrong with you? That dude racist, right? This was in 2020. Remember Boulay Martin was out there crying and all that when he saw y'all going vote Democrat? Yak Diesel says if the Dems lose the midterms, which would be the next goal, I predict they'll put another black person of 100% FBA lineage like a Hakeem Jeffries as the new Trojan horse, especially as a fail-safe if Shapiro and Newsom fail in 28. Hakeem Jeffries, no. No. Let me tell you something. If you're going to put I know some people not going to agree with what I'm about to say, but hey, that's what I'm here for, right? If you're going to put an FBA, they got to really look FBA. They can't look questionable. And I'm going to say it like that. Hakeem Jeffries look no different than Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, and we seeing a trend of that. I'm not saying that he is like them. No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he can be looked at as questionable or passing the brown paper bag test. If they're going to do it, it can't be someone that can pass the brown paper bag test. You have to be darker than the brown paper bag. Okay. So with that being said, now you disagree if you want to, I'm just telling you. So a lot of black folks didn't like Trump whatsoever. So Biden, people thought he was joking around about the immigrants. And what did he do? He got rid of Remain in Mexico. When Title 42 came up, he made sure that, okay, yeah, let that end, right? Let that end. And we were flooded with migrants in ways we have never seen. Even during the time of Barack Obama, we was not flooded with migrants like that. Joe Biden, he purposely flew in migrants, 30,000 a month, created a whole app called CBP One, where they can go download this app in the App Store and fill out everything and get their flights and come on over here. They don't even have to go through the trek or anything. Fly them on in. And when they start dropping them off in your cities in America, when you start noticing the same Democrats that told you about all that good racism and all that, right? Y'all start saying, wait a minute, hold on. What's all this money? What's all this money going to everybody? Who's all these people showing up? Why they staying in hotels? Why they in schools that's closed down in Chicago? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And then you look at the economy, right? The economy start going bad. On top of that, you importing 15 to 20 million people in this country, which strains all the resources in this country. And it kept doing it. The Inflation Reduction Act, horrible bill. It didn't reduce anything. How you have a bill called the Inflation Reduction Act and inflation and having, no. It's made things worse. It's gotten so bad. And let me give a shout out to Minister Jap. Shout out to Minister Jap. Mr. Jap said the economy had been so bad for him, he had to get a Kroger brand everything. He said he never thought about the Kroger brand until this economy. I'm like, a lot of people have been buying off-brand this and off-brand that, but that's how bad the economy has been underneath Biden. Now, with all the racism that you say you were dealing with during Trump at that time period, we didn't have these problems. Listen, during the time of Trump, you talking about all this racism? I didn't have no problem with racist, and I'm in the South. I'm in Texas. I didn't have no problem with no racist. Not now one. And the majority of black people don't engage no Klansman or neo-Nazi on a daily basis. Let's keep it real. The majority of them folks are just mouth. They not really gonna approach you like that. Because most of them are cowards. Unless they got a big group of them, and then they see one of you, and then they know you not about that business or whatever, or then, yeah, they may run up on you. But if they know you about that business, and you gonna stand on it, they're like, yeah, let me I don't know about him. I don't know what he got going on. I don't even know what she got going on. So I'm gonna leave them alone, right? You look at George Floyd, all that happened with that. Look how black Americans turned up. One thing they don't want is another George Floyd reaction. That's one thing they do not want. And they know at any moment, black American could put aside their differences and click up and turn up. We are the only group in this country that can do that. No other group has proven that we can click up and turn up in that way so much that the whole world got turned up. What about January the 6th? The whole world didn't get turned up on them. The whole world looked at them like clowns. Like, what are these clowns doing? They actually storming the Capitol? Like, who are these idiots? That's how people looked at that. Nobody looked because it wasn't a righteous cause. Every time we have fought, it's been a righteous cause. That's why the whole world can link up on it. Now, let me see. Eric House said a Federalist paper says we would create factions to prevent mob rule. Okay. Gotcha. We fought for righteous causes. You understand? And because we always fought for righteous causes and for righteousness' sake, we always had support. We didn't ask nobody. We wasn't begging for support. See, we didn't need other groups to come fight for us. Like, you got these Palestine people now talking about, oh, the movement probably about to be dead because black people not fighting no more. Black people talking about they bowing out. They say, hey, they cool, have at it. Because most people cannot have any kind of movements without FBAs. Because they don't have the social capital. They don't have our spirit. They don't have the voice of a roaring lion. They just don't. They can try to mimic what we do, but it nothing sticks. Because we're like, oh, okay, they're protesting. Oh, okay. That's it. That's the only thing people say. They look at you and blow you off. But when we show up, hey, what black people talking about? You understand what I'm saying? So now you about to have Trump come in again. Okay? And I'm not talking about Trump. I'm not talking about anybody he's appointing. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about, okay, black people, if some supporters of his who are just was like this before, if they start getting more bold, okay, cool. I'm glad. Because we need to get on code. We need to stand on business for our own community. And because of this election, look how many people talking now about, oh, well, we need to be helping black men and women and black children. And we need to do this and we need to support black businesses and all. I was like, wait. So you wouldn't have done that if Kamala Harris had been elected? That's what the brother was talking about. You wouldn't have done. So if Kamala Harris was elected, you'd have still been talking about Palestine, even though Kamala Harris and Joe Biden is given the weapons to continue that mess going. All they got to do is tell Netanyahu, hey, man, you doing whatever you're doing, I'm cutting the money off, I'm cutting the weapons off. You do you, but we not funding it. Do you? You your own nation, I can't tell you nothing. But the weapons, the money, that's it. It's over. Do you know Ronald Reagan, back when he was the president, he had told Israel, and I think there was it Lebanon at the time, Beirut area, whatever. They was doing the same thing. And Reagan called him and said, if you go out there and do one more attack over there, all the money weapons getting cut off today. Go pull another one. And they stopped when Reagan told them. And Reagan was a Republican, and he told them that. And they quit. Biden could have stopped that. If he really wanted to stop that, he could have said the same thing. Hey, I can't do what you're going to do, but no more weapons, no more money coming from us. You handle it on your own, bro. And that's it. And trust me, it would have stopped. It would have stopped. So you'd have put her in there, that'd have been a continuation of the same thing if you'd have put her in there. Because they were still having conflicts all over the world if this woman would have been in office. It'd have been more migrants in here, more migrants taking up more resources, taking away black jobs or whatever. Now let me respond to this one here. Presidential says J6 was a legitimate cause. That election was stolen. Okay. Well, if you would have went over there, you probably would not even be in this chat right now, sir. That was not legitimate. That was not legitimate whatsoever. In a functioning democracy, that's not legitimate. I would never sit up here and say that is something that should be practiced in any functioning democracy. And let's say then people were successful. Do you really think though? Do you really want those people running the country? Those people? Now y'all talking about putting somebody back in slavery? That would be the people to do it. All right. It's a Hareem says them folks all bark with no biting. That's only because they got backup. That wouldn't be alone. It said they would tuck their tails in. My black people don't be feared because they fear you. Yeah, man. I told y'all before, we could be standing there not saying nothing. Listen, we get on the elevator, they move. They get scared if we get on the elevator. We ain't even thinking about them. But you'll peep their energy. Like, we be staying on the elevator. It happens with me and my wife one time. Never forget it. So I took my wife, like I say, we was having a weekend. So I stayed at the, cause hey, we didn't go nowhere. We wanted to, take my wife on a nice time. So at Chicago, when I went to Chicago, we were staying at the Ritz-Carlton over there in Chicago. And, we was on the elevator. They had this elderly, white man and white lady. And, we was on the elevator. It was open, we were like, okay. And they just stared at us. It was that dumb look some of them do. That dumb look, the look I'm talking about. And they just stood there and let it close. And I'm like, okay. It looked like they had that look. I don't want to get on there with them. I'm like, cool. I don't get mad at somebody like, oh, they clutched their purse. Clutch it. I'm cool with that. I don't get mad at people like scared of me or scared of being a black people. I don't care. Oh, I don't want to go over there because black people over there. Cool. Like, I'm not mad at people like that. Like, I got so much going on in my life. I'm not even worried about people and what they think about me. Because not everybody gonna like you. It could be racial. It could be they don't like men. They don't like women. It could be they just don't like the way you look. They don't know you, but they don't like the way you look. Or you remind them of somebody they don't like. I don't care. Like, matter of fact, stay away from me. I'm cool with that. That is a beautiful thing to do, is staying away from me. It makes my life go better. Trust me. Human beings is complicated. You deal with AI and software. It's so much easier to deal with than human beings. So that's why people lean into technology sometimes more than human beings, to be honest with you, right? But anyway, let them people be them. Now, you say you ain't going back to a plantation. Okay. You say Hispanics of Spanish descent are against blacks the most. If you're talking about the Spanish people in Europe from Spain, they don't like the ones in Latin America at all. They don't like them. They can't go over there talking about, yeah, I'm Spanish, and they're like, no, you're not either. They'll let them know real quick. If you watch some of their videos, some of them will tell you they've been to Spain, that they are very racist toward them. They don't like them. Like, y'all have to understand, as a black person, you got to be cool with it's black folks versus everybody. If you're not cool on that, then I don't know more to tell you. I can't teach you nothing else. And it's not that you got a chip on your shoulder. No, you don't have a chip on your shoulder. But just understand, if somebody don't like you, that comes with the territory of being black. Like, we shouldn't even be tripping on that at this point. Once again, I don't care if you don't like me or not. I'm good. I'm good on that. I don't know why my little girl's messaging me at the wrong time. Anyway, you say they show guilt or whatever. Yeah. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Now, let me make sure I get to your girl Joy Reid. We talking about how some black people have changed they mind and all this other stuff. Way they talking nowadays. Let's play your girl Joy Reid real quick. Let's cue up Joy.
Hey, I just want to give some free advice to the white progressives, particularly white progressive women who may be thinking about marching against the Trump victory, maybe putting back on the P-word hats and doing that thing. I would just say probably don't send any of those invites to any black women you know. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're not coming. I'm pretty sure black women have resigned from the Save America Coalition, Save Democracy Coalition, and definitely the Save the Democratic Party Coalition. I think that's probably not happening. I would just keep those invites maybe among your own friends, because I don't think they're coming. But yeah, I think black women are now on the Save Black Women, Prioritize Black Men, and prioritize black communities, black businesses, and you know, the black spaces. But Save America, Save the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
All right, so that's your homegirl Joy Reid, right? So Joy, what are we doing here, Joy? Joy, what are you trying to sound like us now, Joy? What are we doing? I mean, what happened? I mean, the Democrats. So y'all have to understand, the Democrat Party has been broken into 1,000 pieces, and a lot of people is not going to be useful in the new Democrat Party. You understand? Look at the list of all the shills, and notice the shills have been scrubbing their social media of anything Kamala Harris. They've been scrubbing it. A lot of them have, right? What Boulay Martin is going to do? You know, we talk about him a lot because he's one of the notable Democrat shields. Will Boulay Martin have a place in the new Democrat Party? Well, what will he really do? What Joy Reid, sis, how you gonna reel back all that stuff you said? How you gonna reel like what are you gonna do? In order for you to really even get halfway relevant, Joy, you have to tap into your African culture, basically. And you know, in African culture, all that stuff you talking about that don't even fly. We both know that, Joy, right? You need to tap into your African culture and start talking that way and actually stand on it, and maybe you could slowly correct yourself. But all that other mess you was talking about, Joy, you want to no. But once again, why did it take Vice President Kamala Harris to lose the election for Joy Reid to start talking that way? If she would have won the election, Joy would not be saying anything like that. And we both know it. Joy, her ratings are down from what I read by 54%. Matter of fact, a lot of the hosts at MSNBC and CNN, their ratings are down. I will say this much. Joy, I don't know how long Joy would last at that job. And it's just not her. It's many others. Do you understand? We talked about this the other night on the podcast. Like, CNN is about to have a bunch of layoffs because they've been paying people a whole lot of money. I couldn't believe the ridiculous amounts of money they were paying at CNN. Like, I don't know what Joy is making, but like Anderson Cooper, $20 million a year. He's not worth not even $2 million a year. Why in the world are you giving him that? He don't hold no attention or audience. Or the other lady they was mentioning, Erin Burnett, $6 million. How? Why? Y'all just blowing money. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. That doesn't even make sense. Why is any of them getting that much money a year to be sitting down doing one network show? Like, y'all crazy? The only way you could justify paying Anderson Cooper $20 million, he better be making $120 million a year for the company. And then even then, why? No, Maybe you can give him $1 million a year. That's fine. $1 million is fine. That's decent money. Maybe 1.5. That's cool. Well, what you need $20 million a year for? You don't do nothing to earn $20 million a year. So these networks, they're not even getting the viewership. Nobody's listening to them no more. It's ridiculous. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Got to get a drink here. All right. You say, Gary said today the View is going to change. They said they need more a pro-Trump host. Oh, they about to start cycling out a lot of them extremely left-wing progressives. They about to start cycling all of them out of the media. And you're going to see a lot of Trump people, or they're going to be Democrats. They're going to have to start bringing in the Democrats that are moderates. So all you left-wing progressives, your days on everything is numbered. You are the reason why the Democrats are broken in 1,000 pieces right now. You left-wing progressives. The Democrats going to have to start changing their state laws. Because I tell you what, Gavin Newsom, keep that up in California. The next election, look, if you look at the map, half of California went red. We talking about California. That was supposed to happen. If Gavin Newsom keep that mess up he got going on over there, that's going to be red next. The majority of the country said in that election they don't want what the left-wing progressives in the Democrat Party is selling. They want to get back to normalcy, and a lot of black people sure said that with their votes too. They want to get back to some normalcy. Now, you got some of us who will vote for that mess, but really in our life, we don't live that. Most black Americans in this country live more of a, I say, center-right. That's most black people's politics. They really, minus a few things here and there, but most of their politics are center-right. It is. But they've been so trained to, you just got to vote Democrat. Because like I say, we were raised to be Democrats. Literally, from the cradle, we was raised to be Democrats. I was raised to be a Democrat. I'm telling you, Democrats and white Jesus, we was all raised on that. And if you say you wasn't, maybe some of your family was Republicans or whatever, that's a rarity in the black community, that you were raised that way. The majority of us was raised to be Democrats, period. So all this is new. You have to understand, when we talk against Democrats, you're literally talking against a person's upbringing, and that you shaking a black person to their core when you speak against the Democrat Party. You telling them Big Mama was wrong. You telling them their grandpappy was wrong. That's shaking them to the core. But the time with your grandmama is not the time of today. I remember when the Democrats wasn't talking like this. Your boy Barack Obama. I got a video. Let me cue up your boy Barack Obama from 2009. Let me cue him up. Hold on. Let me get this video. Give me a second. Let me kick myself off the screen. Let me cue up your boy Barack Obama. I got this video for y'all. Hold on. Where's Obama? Hey, listen to your boy Obama. Listen.
This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who was in Mexico City applying legally. But after you've done these things over a certain period of time, you can earn your citizenship. So that it's not something that is guaranteed or automatic. You've got to earn it, but over time, you give people an opportunity. Now, it only works, though, if you do all the pieces. I think the American people, they appreciate and believe in immigration, but they can't have a situation where you just have 500,000 people pouring over the border without any kind of mechanism to control it. So we've got to deal with that at the same time as we deal in a humane fashion with folks who have put down roots here, have become our neighbors, have become our friends. They may have children who are U.S. citizens. That's the kind of comprehensive approach that we have to take. All right?
Now, your boy Barack Obama, he said, you come over here, you gonna learn English, right? This was Barack Obama, right? That's Obama. Now, the Democrats, you got to get back to that. What Obama said back in 2009, y'all got to go back to that. What you doing right now ain't it. Obama said, you come over here, you gonna learn some English. Look, let's call it what it is. Why are we catering to all these different groups of people with their languages? Let's call it what it is. We need a law to say the national language of this country is English. You can speak whatever language you want to speak. I'm not taking that away from you. Speak your language. Do you do? But why we got to have something in 1,000 different languages on the airplane and everything else? Look, when I go to other countries, they don't cater to me. If I go to a Spanish-speaking country, they don't cater to me. Now, they will cater to American tourists. I give them that because that's money, okay, in tourist areas. But their national things isn't us. Some countries don't have English as their main language. That's why they say, hey, you need to learn the language, get a translator, whatever. But no, we got to have all these different things in different languages and this and that and the third. Like, press 1 for English, 2 for this. I'm like, okay, but people can live in this country. Certain people can live in this country, don't even know a lick of English. Don't have to learn it at all. But your boy Obama said that. Your boy Obama said that. It wasn't me. He said it. And that was a Democrat saying it. He was telling people, you can't just come over here and flood the border. Democrats, y'all got to get back to talking like that. What you doing right now, it's not it. It's not it. Yeah. Yeah, you say you was raised on you're a Democrat in the 80s and 90s? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the phone calls and say, well, he had a different outlook. Say Joe Little and them dismissed all of that. Yeah. He had a different outlook, man. If he'd have stayed on that, he probably have been all right. But hey, that's about to stop, Jay, because Trump and what is it saying, Tom Homan, oh yeah, they said day one, they rounding people up. And they were saying that a lot of people are actually leaving the shelters on their own now because they're afraid that basically if they stay in them shelters, they sitting ducks for ICE. Yeah, you are. So a lot of them going to start moving around, and some of them probably, they say they had a migrant caravan heading this way of about 8,000 of them. And they say the moment they heard Trump got in the office, it went from 8,000 to like 1,700. Because they're like, man, nah, I'm cool. You know, I'm not, because I know Trump, I'm going to be put right on out. See? How is you got 8,000 people marching toward the United States of America? And when I look in this crowd, it's a sea of men. I'm sorry, I don't want to see a sea of men entering this country. I don't. Because men are violent. And I don't know which ones among them are the violent ones or the criminal ones. And Biden was just letting them in. He didn't care what kind of criminal record they had or didn't have. He just let them in. I'm like, look, you a man. Go back to your country and go fix it. Women and children, and when I say women and children, I mean small children. If you were some 15, 16-year-old man, go back to your country and help the men fix your country. Let the women and children be up here. Then when y'all fix it, we'll check it, and we're going to send your women and children right back to you since y'all fix your homeland. Oh, Lisa, you say they're leaving Chicago? Yeah, Eric Adams. He cut them off. He cut them off of them debit cards. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good because he called Trump. I guess he told Trump, hey, man, I'm glad you in here because man, now I got some backup. And the Democrats not gonna say nothing now. They're not gonna say nothing because they know if they go push that pro-immigration deal right now, that'll be even worse for the Democrat Party. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. Once again, that's free. make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. Do that, and then hit the create account button. Then you can select monthly, quarterly, or yearly. It supports our show. It helps us do things, that we definitely got to do on the whiteboard over there coming up here for 2025. We got some traveling we got to do, some shows we got to work on. So the support from the app definitely helps with that. And we like to thank people in advance for supporting us on the app. We want to get to our 10,000 members. We're trying to work on it, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to work on it. But thank y'all for being here tonight. And we definitely